Just move.
So you did the audition, you got the job. They said, here, go run with it. What was it like actually working on it? Now you're like wearing the mocap suits, you got the balls on your
so many ball
suits and everything.
So many ball jokes. Ball jokes for days.
Yeah.
Get your balls off me. My ball down. I've lost a ball. All those jokes.
We're going to dedicate your own channel to the ball jokes.
To the ball jokes, yeah.
Uncharted.
Yeah, got your balls are loud. Like, just tons of any ball joke I've heard. Totally done it.
Did you have a sense at the time that it was going to be such a big hit? Because Uncharted 1 blew people away. Mm-hmm. And I think the way they incorporated... Like, I'm used to, full motion video where it's almost like a cutscene, right? Mm-hmm. But they incorporate, the voice acting into the actual action while you're playing and shooting and running and dodging. Yeah. So it just felt truly like you were in that movie, and it was seamless sometimes how it broke through. Did you have a sense making it that it would really be such a hit?
I thought it was a really cool thing because I was kind of out of the video game industry. I kind of didn't know at first. Then when they showed us for the first time, a scene that was done, I was like, oh my gosh, you just knew. You knew it was it was one of those moments where I'm like, I'm working on something that's on the cutting edge.
Yeah. I'm
working on something that will change the industry. I'm working on something that will turn heads. This is incredible,
and the second one won, I'm not making this up, it's not exaggeration, 50 Game of the Year awards.
Oh, yeah.
It blew away, but the first one's still my favorite.
It's a lot of people's, yeah. Because it was, at the heart of it is really there.
And that first kiss.
Yeah. It is. The cool thing, though, about it, what you were saying, though, is they call it, chasing pictures. So they would show us a piece of the gameplay, okay? And you would, Nolan or Drake would be, running ahead of me, and I'd, be able to say, Nate! Wait up! And you just kind of improv after what you're seeing. You're literally chasing what you see on the picture.
I need a moment. It's it's like I'm in the game right now. This is crazy.
But then Amy discovered she actually liked they were trying to keep the audio clean and doing it like they used to in voiceover, so that we were getting booked individually. But then she realized what a value there was in putting all of us in the booth together.
That's what I was going to ask, yeah.
Yeah, so there would be days where Nolan and I would both be in the booth, and that's when things like the great endings of, I think it was 2 or 3. I think it was 3? No, maybe it was 2. I can never remember. But the end, where we're walking off into the sunset, essentially, and then it's on a scale of 1 to 10, how scared were you that I was going to die? And he's like, 4 or something. And I'm like, 4? Come on, it was at least a 7.
Yeah.
But you get those because we just literally were improvising, and instead of being a stuffy video game company that's that's not professional.
Right.
Amy was we're keeping that. That's amazing, and it's just that kind of humor and stuff that really, I think, endeared people to be is this really, are they really saying this?
Yeah, no, it felt, the relationships felt real, genuine. Yeah. Did you also, were Sully there, the other actors?
Yep, Richard was there, yeah.
Claudia Black, right, was another one of the
we would have days, and we did that remained until 4, too. They would just book us all in for the day, and then that way, anything that we all needed to do together, we could just work off of each other.
That's so great. How big was the room? Was it sardines, or you had a little room to work?
The voiceover rooms are about, they're not sardines. It's probably, I'd say half the size, probably the space we're working in. And then what progressed over the years for the other stuff, mocap is the first one. We would do all the mocap, and then we'd have to come in and redo all the voice for what we did.
Okay.
Then the second and the third, they found out that they could proof the studio rooms, soundproof it, and then we had mics in our, just like in a musical, on our foreheads, and then they would catch as much as they could get, and then we would do a wild.
Then you would have to redo everything.
Right. And
that's
then
really smart.
What happened on 4 was they moved into facial capture, which was really fun because we ended up having not only the mics there, but we had our face cameras there. So then,
just like Avatar.
Then they had to do the makeup dots on her face, exactly, and then they had the facial capture as well, which is fine. But we didn't do it earlier on because we felt like it kind of, they felt like it got, the intimacy got blocked between, like if Nolan and I would have like a very like touching moment close together, you're like trying to do that with like these cameras, and it's like, how many times are like cameras lock or whatever.
But it was ever a bummer too, because like sometimes maybe you felt like, you didn't have to be all the way on since your face was going to get reanimated.
Yeah.
And now it was like, well, now I got to be perfect.
Yeah, totally. Exactly, because the animators were brilliant, and they would just watch the video reference for it and then capture around it. And there would be days where I'd have to come in, and the animator they'd be taking tons of pictures of us, and they'd be like, "Can you do a? I'm gonna do a, and now do this with your lip. Now do this with your lip. And you're just like." And it was funny because like everything that we learned in grad school, I remember a day in my voice and speech class where they had mirrors up, and we had to do like facial isolations, and I'm like, what is this? This is like, why am I but all
just
these
like
things,
exercises.
Yeah, all these things I actually used in my job. That's in amazing. Real life.
Got paid for it.
It worked out.
So cool.
Just move.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, just the levels of... There's always been, I think, with Naughty Dog, which I've really enjoyed over the years, is there's certain games where they try to get it as realistic as possible, as humanly possible, as possible.